Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready for IFR departure runway 34 left. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra cleared for takeoff runway 34 left. Cleared for takeoff runway 34 left Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra.
So, if you haven't guessed, we are in Japan, and as promised in the last video, I'm going to run a couple of tests on approach. Now, I'm going to do this in a couple of different ways over a couple of different videos. Autopilot is still kind of borked. It doesn't work quite right. I've run into a couple of situations where it works fine, and then a couple of situations where it's kind of all over the place. Most of those flights were me just screwing around in the TBM, the Cub, and I took a brief stint in, not the King Air, I don't remember what it was. It was a twin prop Cessna. I think it was the smaller one. Anyway, I had problems with a couple of them randomly, and then sometimes everything worked pretty good, but I didn't have it configured to do approach stuff. So this time I wanted to test the two planes that I've had kind of the most issue with across the board. So we're going to do a flight here in the longitude, and then we'll do the CJ4. We're going to fly the exact same approach route into the main airport. So we're flying off of one of the side airports, Narita, I think. And then we're going to fly into the main one right in Tokyo itself. So it's not a long flight. We're just going to kind of tool around and get in there. Let's just go ready to fly. Okay, so just let me get a few things set up here. And I'm not going to make everybody sit and watch the entire flight, just because that would be boring. I think we're ready to go. There's not much left to do. Let's see if I can show you the flight route here real quick. So we're going from RJAA. We're just flying the approach. So we're coming out here, basically flying around, turning around, coming back down, and then hitting our approach. So by the time I'm coming from Linen to Lori and Lycos, I'm basically on final once I hit Lycos and Lori. So this is where I need to start toggling approach. I need to be down closer to the ground. And I'm hopeful that the approach system will bring me in pretty decently. We'll see kind of how that goes. I could probably turn approach on as soon as I start seeing the little diamonds appear on the screen here. That should mean I've caught the localizer and I'm on my way. If it's going to work, I've triggered, or I've configured it for the ILS approach on 16 left, which is the runway I'm coming into. And that should be it and be kind of fun. Hopefully it's not too turbulent, because I've run into a lot of issues where I'm trying to toggle the altitude or even modify something up here, but because the plane's bumping all over the place, I click on the wrong thing, so that gets really annoying. I did have a commenter say that you can go in and modify the config files for each individual airplane to really get granular on the sensitivity, which, yes, you can do. I went in there and messed with one of them, but that was right before this patch, and it got wiped, and I hadn't made a backup yet, and it was, again, a bit of a hassle. Not the end of the world, but if you're, again, more the casual gamer, having to go in there and do all of that is really kind of annoying. So this whole series is more about the casual side of things. So we are cleared for takeoff. Let's get the throttle going up. We are going to be ready to toggle autopilot here in just a moment. For some reason I can't get my mouse. There it goes. Now let's take brake off. I really hope my rudder's not screwed. Oh boy, it is. Okay, so rudder controls are off again. That got reset. Lovely, lovely. Flaps are just a little bit down, but we're already pulling up. Okay, which means we need to start climbing. Why are you suddenly rolling? Holy cow. No, what are you doing? This plane is just hard rolling. Oh my gosh, this is minus 90. Are you kidding me? This is just insane. Wow. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now I've got an
Maintain
oscillation
8,000
as the
feet
plane
Cessna
goes
X-ray Golf
haywire
Sierra.
here. Stop. I can't grab the button to get the altitude thing to go up. I need to go up to 8,000 here. Oh, I'm getting nauseous. No, gal. Dang it. Stop. Ugh. All I can do is get it down. Finally. Okay, now we're going up at least. Oh, this is just absurd. Are you kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. I can't click on any of the buttons because my plane's just oscillating here. Now, all of a sudden out of the blue, we're no longer oscillating, which is good, but we're at overspeed. I don't know why the plane is flying to the left here. I'm supposed to be flying straight. What is it doing? These trims are ridiculous. Minus 44 just to be trimmed at level flight almost. Oh, this is insanity, huh? This is what I'm talking about with some of the just utter broken nonsense. Where it just does not make sense what the plane is doing. What's the weather set to? Because this is getting dumb. It's not like that's going to do anything. I've never once had the wind layer actually do anything. So I'm even going to delete it, and I'm still going to be sitting here fighting wind, I guarantee you. I don't know why that never wants to work. But we are at least on our way. We are approaching our... Whoa. Jeez, what a jerky flight. Japan Airlines coming overhead. They're on the return for the same one I'm going to be on here in a minute, which is pretty cool. Anyway, anybody riding on this plane is going to be nauseous by this point. They're just going to be hurling over the side because of the fact that the autopilot's just doing some insane stuff. I mean, what is it doing? Why is the plane rocking? I mean, I can just watch the edge elevators just rock back and forth, and I just... No comprende. What are you doing? Alright, well, I'm going to engage speed mode until we get closer to our destination here. I have a feeling we're going to crash and die, simply because this is still just completely messed up, but we'll see what happens when we get there. See you in a couple minutes.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
X-ray Golf Sierra, you are 16 miles north. Descend and maintain 4,500 feet. Keep speed below 185 knots. Expect ILS runway 16 left approach via Sandy transition. Cleared to Sandy.
Descend and maintain 4,500 feet. Keep speed below 185 knots. Expect ILS runway 16 left approach via Sandy transition. Cleared to Sandy. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Autopilot. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, contact Tokyo approach on 121.275.
121.275 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Tokyo approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is at 8,100 feet, descending 4,500 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Tokyo approach, continue to Sandy as planned. Altimeter 29.902. Autopilot. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Autopilot.
Welcome back. I don't know if you saw that there, but as soon as I touched the controls, the plane started its oscillation again. My Garmin nav screen glitched, so I couldn't see that it was updating. I had to pause the game in place so I could try to get the autopilot to work, but it wasn't working, and now the plane's just going absolutely haywire here for no reason, oscillating. It just makes no sense what it's doing. So this is just utterly ridiculous. I can't even enjoy looking at the game, seeing the sights, anything, because this is just complete trash. This is just unplayable. I am completely cheesed off. I love this plane, but it is just completely unflyable. I don't know what it's doing. This is 100% autopilot just killing me. I mean, because of this movement, how am I supposed to stick my mouse out here and select my altitude to descend through? It's impossible. You can't do it. I don't understand why I'm oscillating. Why is it fighting the trim controls? It just needs to set them and move on. It's just absolutely absurd.
17 miles northwest of Tokyo. Contact Tokyo Tower on 118.1 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 118.1 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Tokyo Tower Cessna Alpha
good
Sierra
luck.
X-ray Golf Sierra 17 miles northwest inbound ILS runway 16 left approach.
I had to do an insane nosedive just to gain control of my plane back.
Cleared ILS runway 16 left approach. Altimeter 29.902 wind calm.
Wind calm.
Cleared ILS
Bull
runway
crap.
16 left approach Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
It'd be great if you would turn and get back on track, you stupid thing. Turn, we're way off course. Come on.
Stall. Stall.
Yeah, because this plane can't fly. And now it's trying to get back on course, I hope. Ugh. What is this thing doing? Now I'm not even flying the right way. Look at this. What is it doing? I told you to get back on course, not fly nowhere. Oh my gosh. I will fly. Look at that. No flippin' oscillation. Come on, plane. On path. There's an airport over here we need to go to. Can you tell I'm annoyed at this? Jeez. Come on, Microsoft. What the heck is wrong with you? Autopilot, get me back on track. I'm way too high. I'm oscillating again. Why am I oscillating? Where are you going? Ugh, this is just... I can't even play. I guess I'm gonna have to fly this thing in manually.
Tokyo Tower, all Nippon 7-1 ready to go runway 16 left IFR to New Chitos.
Yeah, don't care. So that plane's a bust. Don't bother ever flying in the longitude. It doesn't work. Autopilot is completely broken. You shouldn't even waste your time. Liveries are messed up too. Wow, good game, Microsoft. Good game. I've selected the CJ4. You're showing me the longitude for the liveries. Come on, game. Figure out what's going on. I have selected the CJ4. Jeez. We are going to do ILS to runway 16. That's kind of funky. I don't care. Let's fly. Alright, so I'm here in the air, ready to fly. Probably not. Nav,
Descend and maintain
autopilot.
6,100 feet, Cessna 9er.
Alright, so we're coming in over the mountains. My nav map does not show me that I have a path to go, even though I was coming in on the ILS approach. That's rather disconcerting. But okay. Seriously, I just had the map up and it showed me an approach vector. And I've done this before and I had stuff on my nav map, so I don't know what's going on. Good to see the yaw damper still broken. At least I'm not oscillating.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet, Cessna 9er.
Looks like I'm just flying straight at the airport. Now, I know I had to get closer in order to hit the approach, so I'm hopeful that it's not totally broken. Alright, coming up on the edges. Where are you going, airplane? What are you doing? I'm not even holding my controller. It's on the desk, so I don't repeat what happened in the previous video where I nudged the stick, though I have dead stick set again at least. I don't have to worry about the thing just rolling on me, but I'm wondering if that's something to do with what's happening now. I don't know what this game is doing anymore. And the fun has been really sucked out of this. I mean, visually, it's gorgeous. Well, I wish he would show me where Sandy is on the map.
Expect ILS runway 16 left approach via Sandy transition clear to Sandy Cessna 9er.
I'm still just flying essentially straight at the airport, which makes me think this is just not going to work at all. Now, I have done this before. I'm not completely inept, but I don't know what this thing's doing. I should be turning hard left to enter the approach loop very soon. I'm hopeful it's gonna happen soon because I can see the airport from here. Really disappointed in this game. It's a struggle to want to play it at this point. I think I'm gonna email them and ask what I can do to get a refund. I know they're not gonna give me one, but I want to see what they say because this is just ridiculous. Sensitivity still screwed up, rudder control still inoperable, autopilot still doesn't work, and you're adding better textures to Tokyo. I love the textures, I love the look. This is just stupid. The game needs to function before you start messing with other stuff. Same issue Star Citizen's been in for a while now. They refuse to fix some of the core functions so we can actually play and test while they add content in the background, but whatever. This is putting me in a bad mood. Oh, that's a cool sound. Yeah, how am I supposed to do any of that? We're just gonna fly all wrong because the game wants us to. The only way to fly smoothly is to fly wrong, so okay. So I may get flamed for some of that. Really don't know what's going on with this game. I've done that before where you select the point on the map like this, set as departure, so you can start in the air. You come down to the airport, you select your runway, set as arrival. Hey, it's got me flying direct. Well, I want to do low altitude flying. Okay, it's gonna give me a waypoint, no big deal. I want to do ILS to 16 left. Oh look, it gave me a flight path. It gave me all these different things to do. I was supposed to come in here to Sandy, which is here, which would start my transition to the ILS, which would be here, and then I would make a loop around and come in on the ILS and run and land basically on the same path I did last time. Instead, even after selecting this and hitting fly, it just flew me straight to the airport. That was it. I don't know. So yeah. Sorry, Microsoft, your game sucks. I want to love this. I used to play FSX, Century of Flight, Flight Simulator 2000, Flight Simulator 98, Flight Simulator 95, and whatever came before that one is the first one I played. And I loved those games so much. Even Microsoft Flight that came right before this one was a better game because it worked better. Visually, this game is absolutely fantastic. But they should have spent another year in development to make this map functional to configure your flights, to make autopilot work, to make the planes actually fly the way they're supposed to make rudder controls available. I don't know. Sensitivity's broken and I really don't want to have to go into the config files just to make it work. I shouldn't have to do that to make the game function, so rant over. I don't recommend you buy this game. I recommend you put you speak to Microsoft with your wallet. I'm going to ask and submit a ticket on how to get a refund, listing my complaints, just to see what they say. And I may report back and see what they respond with. But I want to do flights. I want to have some fun in here. But it's just too much of a hassle to constantly have the same problems, 3 patches in, no improvement. So I appreciate you watching. Thank you. We'll see you next time.